I call this cooking the can. I'm not actually cooking it. That's the funny part. I just soak it in hot water for like 20 minutes before I spray it. You can see this duplicolor, perfect match. Honda NH538 paint code frost white. $16 for this little can. So I was told this fender was primed. It isn't, it's just metal. But given that if we paint the whole car, which is in the plan book, I'm going to repaint this fender too, so it's all one color. I'm just gonna spray it and we'll see how it looks sitting on top of black, because this is how most like metal parts come anyway when you order a new one. So I sprayed it down with some just wax and grease remover, let it dry, and yeah, let's hit it with some paint. As you can see, I went around, did all the edges and the inside pieces and stuff just for contingency. That way it looks halfway decent once that second coat's on there. Alright, it's been about 10 minutes. Let's go. This is exactly what happens literally anytime I pick up a can of spray paint that doesn't say Rust-Oleum on it. So obviously didn't stick to that base coat as well as I had hoped. I wasn't even doing that heavy of a coat. Just done a shitload of super light coats, but there's not even enough paint in the can to get another coat out of it, so it's not like we would have had a different result. The thing that is irritating me overall is I can immediately tell you that this is not a perfect match to Honda's Frost White, because Frost White is metallic, this is not. Well, that kind of tells all the tales you need. On the left side of the box there's just some really cold Rust-Oleum white paint. On the right side is this duplicolor. It's a lot thinner and I wasn't prepared for that, but you can see there's not a whole lot of difference in color there. And since it's not metallic, I really could just spray this whole fender with Rust-Oleum paint. The only problem is I've been told that if you spray with Rust-Oleum, because it's oil based, once you put real automotive paint on top of it, it's going to just eat into it and make it wrinkle. Thus I'd have to take this fender off again and completely start over and completely strip all the paint off of it. Alright, so here's my game plan. I did one last coat, salvaged what was left of the can. Because this isn't metallic, this is basically the same as, I don't know what the paint coat is, but they sell it at AutoZone for like half the price of what I paid for that can. I'm pretty irritated that it doesn't have any metallic flake in it, because that was the whole reason I ordered it and waited 2 weeks for it to get shipped here. But whatever, I'm just gonna let this dry. We'll sand it, just try and make it smooth enough to get these runs out of here, and then I'll hit it with some more duplicolor of the other Honda white flavor, and just hope I'm more prepared for how thin the paint is, because that's definitely my issue here. Again, you can kind of see I've just become so adept to spraying Rust-Oleum shit that I wasn't prepared for how thin it was. I thought I was taking it pretty easy, but comparatively I guess I wasn't. Alright guys, we're cooking another can. I got this Rust-Oleum acrylic enamel gloss white. I went over to buy some duplicolor of the white that's close enough and decided that this is close enough too, and it's a bigger can and it's cheaper. That doesn't mean I have an excuse to fuck up though, so we're going to take it nice and easy. But I know there's going to be a lot of comments about mixing lacquers and enamels, because duplicolor is a lacquer. But remember, if you're spraying enamel over lacquer, mix her up and smack her. If you're spraying lacquer over enamel, you never want to dabble. I made that up just now. Nobody ever says that. But you are spraying enamel over lacquer is fine. My ignorance of spraying acrylics paid off in an okay manner, in that these here runs, I just step right in the light, you can't feel those. And that one you can feel a little bit, but just a tiny bit. So I'm gonna open this up so we got a little more light while there's still some light coming from outside. And we're gonna lay a nice easy coat of this Rust-Oleum white. I elevated this side of the fender because it was cooling up a little bit against the blanket, and I don't want that. Feel it out on the box first. Alright guys, that definitely is a lot better. I'm hoping this paint, like regular Rust-Oleum, will kind of stick to itself a little better than anything. So I'm going to go warm the can up again. Recoat time's within 1 hour, so we'll give it 10 or 15 minutes or so and come out and spray another one. Alright guys, we got the high spots. So what I'm going to do is use my signature sponge sanding block method. I got some 3M 1000 grit wet sandpaper that's been soaking in that water for about an hour. So now I'm just going to try and knock all these high spots down before we give it one last coat. I think that pretty much handles the runs. Alright, we're ready to spray. Gonna let it sit for a little bit again. Just want to make sure it's completely dry. We'll go over it with a microfiber one more time, just to make sure there's no specks of paint sitting on it, and then we'll spray it.
Just need enough to use.
Alright guys, here she is. Kinda, sort of see the sunlight on it. It is not even close to the same color, but like I said, I just wanted a not crumpled panel that wasn't an entirely different color. It's still white. That's good enough for me for now, since this whole car will be getting painted. I was considering ordering like try to get a perfect match or whatever, get a color match to the original Honda Frost white, which I thought could be seen here. But if you look inside here and all the door jambs and the fact there's overspray here, some on this light, and a bunch on the rubbers all around the car, I think this car's already seen a respray before. So we'll just get a nice single stage gloss white, spray her down. Alright guys, it's a nice sunny day out actually, and it's like 45 degrees. We're at my parents' house because Brendan loaned out his jack and it's not back at our house yet. Plus I was thinking it'd be nice to use the heated garage, but I'm just gonna leave it like this because it's sunny and we got really good lighting here. Let you see all the on this car. It'll be fine though. Do I need to be a poser ass and get a red JDM Honda grill badge or bumper badge there? But I'm gonna pop the wheel off. Brought my Go kit and start taking that fender liner out and take this fender off. So this tab here with the Phillips head holding the fender liner in is bent back, so I'm gonna have to try and figure out how to straighten that out or just tear the fender liner around it, which this liner's kind of torched anyway, so I'll probably just honestly go with that. Huh, that works. How far up did this monstrosity go? Alright, well that's enough to get the fender off, so I guess I'll put it back up in there as best I can once the new one's in, because it goes all the way up and under the bumper. I've never really paid attention to that before, but Hey. Sick. Alright guys, fender is off. I just washed my hands because there's still fairly fresh white paint on the new one. So I'm gonna mock it up, see if I can get her bolted on without any issues, and we can see how badly color matched it is. Alright, I really need to get a bigger SD card, guys, but here it is. Painfully, obviously not the same color white, but it is on. I thought maybe this was wrong because there's such a big gap there, but the stock side looks like that too, so I'm just gonna roll with, although it is bigger, but it is an aftermarket Fender too, so you can't expect it to fit perfectly. You can tell I'm growing up because I did put the fender liner back in my younger days. I wouldn't have even bothered to take it out to where it could be put back in, so we have that going for us. Just got to pop her back together, put the wheel on. Well, it's not perfect, but it'll do for now, and it's a lot better than it was, that's for sure. Let's see if I can belt this out before the SD card's full again. Thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Integra has a new fender. It's almost the same color, but at least it's not wrecked anymore. Don't forget to submit your entries for car of the video to curseforeverhelp@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram, add me on Snapchat at BigB1011, and we will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.